Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I hope all of you are doing well. So guys, in today's video, we'll understand how we can create a master-slave architecture using Windows as an agent. Okay, so let's start our today's video. So in today's video, we'll discuss what is master-slave architecture, different types of launch methods, different ways of connecting Windows slave, how to set up master slave for Windows machine, how to auto restart agent after machine reboot, and then we'll see a practical demo of this concept. So as we have already discussed master slave, what it is and everything related to master architecture and slave architecture. So in today's demo we'll see that what requirements of master is there and what are slave is there. So on master we need Java and Jenkins. It can either be on Linux or Windows machine, and master is used for executing builds to slave machine and monitor slave machines also. It also display build result to Jenkins console. And in slave we only need Java installation to be there, and slave can also be on Linux and Windows. So we'll see Windows demo today, and it listens to the instruction that master gave it to slave, and it also execute all the instructions that are given by master machine. Okay, so now let us see what are the different types of launch methods that we can use when we create a slave. So we can either launch it by connecting it to the controller, that's a Windows based installation, and the second option, launch agent via SSH, so that I have already covered in my previous video. If anybody is not aware about how to set up an agent in Linux, so you can refer my previous video. So the first option is for Windows and the second option is for Linux. So today we'll see how we can launch an agent by connecting it to the controller, because we are going to configure Windows slave. Okay, so here once we'll go to the configuration, the launch method, we see two options. One is launch agent by connecting to it controller, and second option is launch agent via SSH. So SSH we have covered in our previous video. Today we'll select the first option and then we'll configure it for Windows. Okay, now we'll see what are the different ways of connecting Windows slave. Okay, so there is one way, that is a WebSocket way, and there is a second way where we can use a TCP port. In TCP port further we have two methods. So one is fixed port method and second one is random port method. So now we'll see what's the difference between Linux and Windows connection. So in case of Linux, Jenkins connects to slave. There is a connection that is from Jenkins master to slave. So we use slave's IP address and SSH port. So as you can see here that we use this configuration where we need to provide host IP, and then this is the port that by default comes under advanced section. We can change it to any port if there is any customization happen to your machine. So this we did when we set up for Linux agent, but when we set up for Windows agent we don't have this host machine IP address option over there. So in case of Windows, what is there, the connection is reverse. So here we create a connection from slave to Jenkins master. So here we use master IP, master machine, that is Jenkins master machine's IP, and we use one TCP port. So the strategy can be either a fixed port strategy or a random port strategy, so that we'll see when we'll do practical demo. Okay, so how we can connect to Windows slave using WebSocket? So in the configuration we need to firstly select the launch method, and then we need to select this particular checkbox, that is use WebSocket here. Okay, and then how we can connect Windows slave using TCP port? So here as you can see, we need to go to dashboard, manage Jenkins, and then security. In the security section we have agent section over there. There we need to select fixed as a port, and then we need to provide the port number. So any port number we can give here. And in the second method that we have random method, so we'll go to the same location and then we'll choose random as an option to connect as a TCP port for inbound agent. And here we don't need to provide any particular port, the port will get randomly selected. So how these two options get work, that we'll see in our practical demo. Okay, so how to configure master slave for Windows machine? So we just need to go to Jenkins console, and there we need to go to manage Jenkins, and then we need to go to nodes. After that we need to click on new node, and then we need to provide any name here. We need to select as a permanent agent, and then we need to click on create, and then we need to provide remote root directory. So we can create a folder on C drive like Jenkins, and we can provide that here. Labels, that's of your choice. Any label value you can provide here, and the value that you are providing here, that we can use in our pipelines or freestyle project to get execution happened on the Windows slave. Okay, in the next section, in the usage section, we can use this option only build job with label expression matching the node, because we want our job to get execute to the node only when we provide that particular label of that particular Windows slave. And in the launch method, we can use launch agent by connecting it to the controller. And then in the custom directory also, we need to give the same path that we gave in remote directory, and we need to select use WebSocket option when we want to get a connection using WebSocket method. Okay, and after that we need to select availability, keep this agent as much as possible, and we need to click on save. Okay, so here we can see that Windows slave has been created, and you can see here cross mark, and you can see it offline because right now our slave machine is offline, so there is no connection between master and slave. So how we'll get that connected, that I'll show you in my next few slides. Okay, so once we'll click on that Windows slave icon that was coming here in previous slide. So if we'll click on this Windows slave, the next page that comes to us is this particular page. So here we are seeing these particular command we need to execute on our Windows machine. So we need to log into our Windows machine, and then we need to execute these command in order to get a successful connection. Okay, so firstly, on the Windows slave machine, there is a prerequisite that we need to have Java on that particular Windows machine. So how to install that Java? Firstly, we need to select, we are selecting this 17 option because our master also use the same JDK. So I have put it same JDK on both Windows machine and the master machine. So just type open JDK 17 download Windows. You will get this link. Click on this particular link, and then we need to go to Java SE17, the highlighted link. Okay, and then we need to click on Windows 10 64 Java Development Kit. After that, we'll see a similar kind of bin zip get downloaded. We need to extract that zip here, and then we need to go to environment variables. Just type environmental variables in the search option of Windows, and once we'll click on this particular edit environment variable section, then firstly we need to select this path variable in the system variables, and then we need to click on edit, and here we need to click on new option, and then we need to go to this particular extraction that we did, and we need to go up to JDK 17 and bin. Just copy this particular path and place this path here. Just click on OK. After that, we need to go to user variables for particular user. Then we need to click on new, and here we need to copy the path till JDK 17, and then we need to provide Java underscore home as a variable name, and the value will be till JDK-17, and then we need to place a backslash, and we'll click on OK. And then we can open a command prompt. Then we can see Java -version. So if we are seeing open JDK here, it means Java has been installed successfully. Once Java has been installed, now we are going to use these two commands that are provided by this Jenkins master console for particular Windows slave. So what we'll do, we'll just go to that prompt. We'll open a command prompt on the Windows machine, and then we'll go to the Jenkins directory that we have set. So we are under we are under Jenkins directory, which is inside the C drive, and then we need to run this curl command first. So agent.jar will get download to this particular directory, and after that we need to run the second command, that is java-jar, this particular agent.jar, and then we need to provide the JNLP URL. This is the complete command that were provided in the previous section. So first is a curl command to get download agent.jar, and second command is this complete command where we'll use JNLP URL and the secret that is provided on Jenkins master, and we'll just place this command, and after that you can see that it is getting connected. So this is the way how we can get it connect using WebSocket method. This is the easiest way to make this connection happen between Jenkins master and Jenkins Windows slave. So now you can see that Windows slave is not crossed mark now, and this is not having offline, and we have one process idle available here. So in this way we can set up a Windows agent using WebSocket method. And here we can also see that agent is connected once we'll click on that Windows slave. Okay, so now we need to go to manage Jenkins, and then we need to go to security, so that we can go to agent section and we can see that what option is currently enabled when we set up a WebSocket method. So here you are seeing that currently agent is disabled. So whenever we get WebSocket as a method to connect to Windows slave, then this option is selected by default. So that way is now completed how we can get connected using WebSocket. So there is second option, that is a TCP port for inbound agent. So in that case we can either use a fixed port method, or we can use a this particular random method. So in case of fixed port, we need to select the fixed method and then we need to provide any port of our choice. And remember, the port that we are showing here, so this port needs to be open in the network firewall section of your Windows, on your Jenkins master machine also, because connection is getting happened from Jenkins slave to master. So slave will try to connect to master using this particular port, so this port should be open, then only connection will get established. So here we just need to write the same command that we did in previous section also, and we'll write the second command. But you can see that in this way previously we were getting connected, but now it is giving an error that provided port 5000 is not reachable because this port is not yet open. So we'll go to Jenkins master machine in the networking section, we'll go for add inbound rule, and then we'll open this 5000 port, and then we'll click on add. Now port is open, and once we'll run the same command, then you can see that there is a successful connection on this 5000 port, and this agent is now connected to Jenkins master. So the second method, we need to again go to the same location, that is manage Jenkins security, and here we need to go to we need to go to agent section, and then we need to select this random port section and click on save. Here we don't need to provide any port. So once we'll run the same command, curl command, it will download the agent.jar, and the second command once we'll run. So here you are seeing that it is now saying that provided port 40483 is not reachable. So this is the random port that automatically gets selected. So this port should also get whitelist in your networking section of your Jenkins master machine. And once that is open, then this connection will be successful. So we'll go to the same networking section, go to add inbound security rule, and we'll open this particular port. We'll click on add, and once we'll run the same command again, it will give us successful connection on this particular port, and the agent is connected. So these are the three ways by which we can connect our Windows machine as a slave to Jenkins master. So now this is very important section, guys, because suppose if there are multiple machine in your environment, and suppose if patching is getting happened, so what will happen once the patching is getting done, because Microsoft release patches every month. So once that admin team is doing patching, and once the patching is getting complete, and then all the machine will get reboot, and after reboot your agent will not get start. You need to manually log into all the machine, and then you need to start your agent. But we have a option in order to make that agent auto start when the machine get reboot. So these there are two options. Both the options are very good option that we can implement in our live projects environment. So let's see what are these options. So the first method is that we can configure our agent, and we can run that agent as a Windows service. So we can configure agent startup as a Windows service. And the second method is either we can schedule a Windows service, or we can make a task scheduler. So we can configure our agent startup as an Windows task. So these are the two ways by which we can make our agent auto start whenever there is a machine reboot. Okay, so how we can set up a task, a Windows task to get the agent start automatically? We firstly need to go to task scheduler. So we need to search in the Windows search option, just type task scheduler, and in this task scheduler just create on this action and then create basic task option. Then we need to provide the name of the agent, the name of the task that we need to create. So just type Jenkins agent, or any name you can put it here, and just click on next. Then in the next window we need to select when the computer start as a radio button, and then we need to click on next. Then we need to select start a program and next. Then we need to provide a program script. So here we need to give our java.exe path. So in the Java folder, we'll create a Java folder on C drive and we'll put the same extraction of that zip that we downloaded from the internet, and we'll provide the part till java.exe. So I'll show you how we can do this with our practical demo. And once this is done, then we need to go to add argument optional, and here we need to provide the complete command, the command that we get there on Jenkins master machine, the second command that was there, the JNLP command. So we need to place complete command here, and then we need to click on next. And in the next section, what we'll do here, that here you can select change user or group. If you want to change any user, then you can make that user happen, because this is the particular user who is going to run this particular task. And then we need to select run whether user is logged in or not. So this option is very important, guys, because if you will not select this option, and if you select the first option, then you need to log into the machine, then only the agent will get start. But we want that whenever the machine get boot up, automatically the agent gets start without logging to that particular machine. So we'll select this option, run whether user is logged on or not. We'll click on OK, and then we need to check this particular option, run task as soon as possible after a scheduled start is missed. And then we need to check one more option, if the task fails, restart every. Here we need to select 10 minutes, and here we need to have 3 minutes, and this option by default comes as a selected, so we need to deselect this option, and then we need to click on OK. Once this is done, it will give us a pop-up that we need to provide the particular username and the password by which this process will get started. So we need to provide our user's password of that particular machine. Once that is done, then we can see that this particular agent, or we can see what this particular task has been set up as a Jenkins agent name. So we need to select this particular task under task scheduler library, and then we need to click on run. Okay, so once this is done, then we are good with our first approach, and we can go to our Jenkins master console, and then we can see whether our agent is up or not. And in the second approach, we can set up Windows as a service. So for that, what we need to do, we need to just search Windows service wrapper script in Google search, and then we need to click on this particular option. And inside this, we have this WinSW repository. We just need to click on it. Then we need to go to GitHub releases in the download section, and then we need to go to winswx64.exe. We need to get this particular exe download on the same directory where we have our Jenkins agent related stuff. So we'll go and we'll install it in, we'll download it in C and Jenkins directory. And here are the instruction how we can use this exe. So guys, firstly we need to rename this exe. So we'll rename it suppose like myapp.exe. Then we need to create an XML file, and remember that these two files has to be on the same directory, and the name also has to be same, otherwise this script won't work. So we'll create an XML file, and then we'll place this particular XML content in that particular file, and then we can make either ID or name change, or we can remain it as it is, but we need to change this argument. So this argument section, we need to provide the same jar command that we used from Jenkins master machine, and we'll place that complete jar command here, and we'll save this XML file. Once that is done, then we need to use myapp.exe install command, and then we need to use myapp.exe start command, and then we need to use a status command in order to get whether service has been started or not. So then we can go to services section. We can see that the particular Jenkins Windows agent service has been set up correctly. So this was, guys, second way that we can set up in order to auto restart our agent. So in this way we can set up Windows slave as an agent, and then we can configure it using either WebSocket method or by using TCP port method. Once that is done, we can set up it using auto start either by using a task scheduler or using Windows as a service. So guys, we are done with our theory session. So now let's move to our practical demo. Okay guys, so this is our Jenkins dashboard, and now let's create a Windows agent using this Jenkins master console. So we'll go to manage Jenkins, and here we'll go to nodes, and then we'll go to new node. Here we can give any name, Then we can click on permanent agent, click on create. Okay, so here it is asking for remote directory. So firstly we'll go to our Windows machine, and here we'll go to this PC, C drive, and here we'll create a folder, Jenkins. We'll copy this path, and here we can place it inside a remote root directory. Okay, and label we can give the same name or any name you can give here. Then the usage we can go for only build jobs with label expression matching this node. Launch agent by connecting it to the controller. In the custom directory path we can paste the same C Jenkins, and here we can select this WebSocket method. As of now we are using the very first method. Keep this agent online as much as possible. Click on save. So here you are seeing that test slave is having this cross mark and test slave is offline. So we'll click on it. Here we are having these commands. So there is one prerequisite for Windows, that Java has to be there. So firstly we install Java here. So we have just typed this open JDK 17 download Windows, and this is the link. Okay, here we need to go to 17, and here we can click on this option. This Windows 10 64 option. So this is downloaded now. So what we can do, we can extract it here. So we'll extract it here, and then we'll create one Java folder in the C directory. Then we'll place the binary over there. So let's wait for few seconds. It will get extract. So here you are seeing this JDK 17 available here. So what we'll do, we'll copy this folder and we'll go to C drive. Here we'll create one more folder, Java, and here we'll place that JDK 17 folder here. Okay, so till bin we can go here, we can copy this path, then we can go to environment variable section. Here we can go to environment variables. Here we can select path, and here we can click on edit, go to new, and place till bin, click OK, and then we need to go to user variables. Here we need to set one variable, that is Java underscore home, and in the path we can give path till here. Okay, then we can click on OK. Java home has been added here. We can click on OK, we can click on OK, and now we can go to command prompt. Here we can type a command java hyphen version. So you can see that Java has been set up now. So now what we need to do, we just need to change our directory first to Jenkins. Now we are inside Jenkins directory. So we'll copy the command from here. The first command is for downloading agent.jar. So this is done. Then we need to copy the second command. Okay, so now you can see that it is giving connected. So this is the easiest method by using WebSocket method. And here if we'll go to nodes, so here there is no cross mark and we can see idle. If we click on it, so it is saying agent is connected. So this was one of the way by which we can create a master slave by using this WebSocket approach. So now what we'll do, we'll just do a control C, and here you'll see that agent is down now. Okay, so this was one of the method. Now what we'll do, we'll clean up this directory again. Go to Jenkins directory. Okay, and we'll clean up these two files. Now we'll delete that agent also. So that we can see our next method, that is a fixed port method and a random port method. Looks like it is taking time. Okay, from here we can delete this agent. So agent is deleted now. So what we'll do, we'll go to manage Jenkins, then we'll go for security, and here if we'll go till our agent section, so here you are seeing that when we use WebSocket method, then by default the agent method comes as a disable method. So we'll select fixed, we'll give any port, let's give 5000 port, and then we'll click on save. Now we'll go for nodes, we'll click on new node, then we'll give any name you can give here. Okay, and permanent agent create. Here we'll give the same directory, copy, and then paste. Okay, here we can give any label name. Okay, here we can select only build jobs with the label expression matching the node, launch agent by connecting to the controller. In the custom directory path we can give the same path, and this time we'll not use this WebSocket method. Okay, and we'll make this checkbox blank as it is, and we'll not select anything here, and we'll select keep this agent as much as possible. We'll do a save option. So now you are seeing that the slave is coming here but with a cross mark similar to the one that we were having previously, and it is offline. Now if we'll go here, so we'll copy the same command, in this command prompt, let's make it bigger. Now char has been downloaded. After that we need to run this command, copy, and then this command. So now let's see what it is doing. So here you are seeing that it is trying for this 5000 port and it is saying it is not reachable because we haven't opened that port yet. So what we'll do, we'll go to that Azure because we are using Azure cloud here. So we'll go to our master machine, and here in the networking section we need to add an inbound rule for port number 5000. Then we need to click on add. So that port has been, or the security rule has been added. So this takes few seconds to get it enabled. So let's execute that command again and let's see if it is getting connecting or not. Okay, so now you are seeing that it is getting connected at the 5000 port, and we are seeing this message as a connected here. So if we'll go to our Jenkins, it will go to node. So here you are seeing that cross mark has gone, and we are seeing that Jenkins node is getting connected using this fixed port method. So this was the second approach we can use to get set up this Windows agent. So now we'll see our third approach. That's a random port method. So stop this agent, and then this agent is now stopped. We can refresh, it is down. We can delete this agent. This agent is deleted. We can go to this C Jenkins and we can remove these files. Okay, so this is clean now. We need to copy this path. Then again, we'll go to dashboard. Then we'll go for manage Jenkins, security. And here we'll unselect this fixed and we'll select this random port and we'll do a save. And then we'll go to nodes. We'll go to new node. We'll give any name. Okay. Then we'll click on create. And here we need to provide the directory Jenkins. Any name you can give here. There is no harm to give any name. Okay, and then we'll select only build jobs with the label expression matching this node. Then launch agent by connecting it to the controller. We'll paste the same path here and we'll not select this option. We'll select keep this agent as much as possible online and then we'll do a save. Again we are seeing that cross mark. We'll go here and we'll copy this command. Then here let's close it and open it again. Okay, here we are in this directory now, so we'll download the jar first and then we'll run the second command. Okay, so in this way we are doing it using random port, and what message it is giving here is that that this particular provided port 45243, so randomly one port gets selected in this method. So it is trying to get reachable with this port to master machine, but it is not getting that. So we'll open this port 45243. Add inbound rule. 45243 port will open. Okay, so now we'll go to Windows machine. We'll execute this command again. So looks like that port is still taking some time, so keep trying executing this command. Okay, it's 45243. So let's check whether we have opened the correct one. It's 45243. It's open. It's taking some time. Okay, the host is not reachable. 45243 on this. It should get connect. I'm not sure why it is not getting connected. So let's wait. 45243. 45243. And here it is 45243. It should get execute. So now you are seeing that port opening was taking some time and now it got connected to this particular port and we are seeing this connected status. And if we'll go to Jenkins console, if we'll go to nodes, so here our machine is getting connected and agent is connected. So these were the three ways by which we can get our agent set up, and any approach we can use, but these two approach, that is using the port method, appears to be more secured because in WebSocket it's directly getting connected without checking anything. But here there is one restriction with this port. If port is not opened on the firewall, and then there will be no connection. So these two methods appears to be more secure in case of fixed port and random port, and if we don't want that much security, we can go with that WebSocket method. So these were the three methods. Now we'll see how we can auto start this particular agent. So let's see why that auto start piece is required, and why we need that auto start piece. So what we'll do one thing here is that we'll just disconnect this agent. Okay, and we'll just come out from here. We'll close these option here. Okay, and what we'll do, we'll just stop this particular Windows machine. So let's go to the slave machine and just stop this machine. Okay, so machine is down now. Now in node section we can see that this connection is broken. So if we'll start this machine again, okay, this is still stopping, so let's wait for some time. Okay, so now our machine is stopped. So we'll start this machine again. So what we'll see here, that this agent will not come up until unless we'll log into that particular machine, and then we'll run the command, then only this agent will comes up. But suppose if in your environment there are multiple machines, more than 50 machines, 100 machines, then every time you need to get log into that particular machine, and then only you need to run the command, and then only this agent will comes up. But we don't want this strategy, because this should get automatically up. So we'll use those two approaches, either a Windows service approach or a task scheduler approach. So now let's see what's the IP of this slave. It's 20.235, 120, 248. Okay, it is same. Let's get connected. Okay, so now we are inside this machine. So it is taking some time to get logged in. So let's wait for a few seconds so that it can get up. Okay, so it is up now. So now what we need to do, it again the same steps we need to perform, that we need to go here, and jar is already there, but we need to run this command. So we need to go to CMD, and then we need to change our directory. And now you're seeing, now it is getting connecting. So we need to do this procedure every time when the machine get reboot, and every month Microsoft releases patches. So admin team just upgrade the machines with the latest patches, and every time whenever the machine get reboot, we need to restart it manually. But we don't want this approach. So what we'll do, we'll configure it either using a Windows service or using a task scheduler. So let's just do it first by using a task scheduler approach. Okay, so we'll disconnect it, and then I've created one notepad. So we'll open that notepad and we'll use those instructions, because there are multiple instructions over there. So it is down now. Okay, so these are the instructions. So I have just copied it on the notepad so that it should be easy to get it done. So we'll firstly go to task scheduler. Okay, and here we need to go to action and then create basic tasks. Okay, a new window will get pop up, so let's wait for some time. Okay, so here we need to give this name or any name you can give. Paste it here. Description we can leave it as it is. We can click on next, and here we need to select when the computer starts. Then next, then start a program, then next. And in the program script we need to give the path of java.exe. So we'll browse it. So here we'll go to our C drive, we'll go to Java, we'll go to JDK17, we'll go to bin, and then here we'll go till Java. So java.exe is here now. In the add argument option, we need to copy that command. So this complete command from jar. Okay, looks like it got hanged. So we'll copy it from jar and till here we'll copy. We'll not use this work directory section here. We'll copy it and then we'll paste it here. And here in the agent.jar also we need to give the complete path. So here in agent.jar we'll give the complete path. So we'll go here and in the C drive Jenkins, so we'll copy this path because agent.jar is here. So we need to give the complete path, otherwise sometime this step got failed. So we'll paste it, we'll put a slash. So hyphen jar, now agent.jar is here and complete command is here till end. Okay, so this was giving here. We have given the JNP URL along till the secret, then we need to click on next. It is done. Open the properties dialog box when I click finish. So we need to select this option for the property when I click on finish. So now this is the option that we are getting now here. So here we'll use the same cloud admin as it is. We'll click on this option, run whether user logged in or not. We'll just go to our instruction also. So in the wizard, check the properties dialog, that is done. In the task general tab, user, run whether it is logged in or not. On the setting tabs, now we need to go. Okay, so run whether user logged in or not. Then we need to go to setting option, and in the setting options we need to select run the task as soon as possible. We need to select this option also. Okay, here we need to give the time as 10 minutes. This is 3 times. Okay, this is 3 days. And here check if the task failed, restart, that is done. Uncheck the option stop the task if the task running longer than, so we need to uncheck it. So now we are done. We can click on OK, and here it is asking for the password. So now our Windows task has been scheduled, and here we can go to library, and here we are seeing that this task is scheduled now. So if we'll go to our Jenkins console, we can see that this is connection broken. So we'll run this task. We'll select this and then we'll click on run. Okay, and let's see whether that is getting up or not. So here you are seeing that automatically it is getting up and this agent is connected. So this was one of the way by which we can do auto restart of our agent. So now what we'll do, we'll just close it and then we'll close this too because this is also not required now, and we'll close this notepad also because not required. And now what we'll do, we'll disconnect this machine again and see whether this is coming up or not. So let's do that. Stopping the slave. So slave is stopping, so it will take some times. So just let it stop, and then we'll start the slave, and we'll see that the slave is automatically get it connected. So let's wait for some time, and then we'll see a second approach. The second approach is where we can configure it as a Windows as a service. So that is also a secondary way to make it auto restart using that. So just give it some time. This video is going to be long, guys, because this is actually one of the advanced topic of Jenkins. So I want to show you all options and everything how it is getting by using this live demo. So now it is stopped. Now we'll start this machine again. So this machine is getting started. So we need to wait to get it started, and we'll see that this agent is automatically getting connected. So here, as of now, we are seeing that this agent is also down because machine was down. And now we are seeing that this machine is started. So we can see this message here, and now we can go to our agent and we can see whether it is up or not. So we need to wait for some time because there are certain some processes in the backend that should get set up whenever the machine get online. So just wait for some time, this will automatically get up. So our machine is up or not. Here its virtual machine is up. Okay, so now you are seeing that this machine is also up, that agent is also up, and this has been started by self. We are not yet logged into that Windows machine, but still this agent is connected. So guys, this is very useful way by which we can do that auto restart of the agent. So this was one of the way by which we are doing it. Now we'll do it by using the second method. So let's log into our Windows machine again. So here, if we'll go to do an RDP, and if we'll go here, it's the same machine, get connected. Okay, so we are now inside this machine. What we'll do, we'll delete this task scheduler, the task that we have created inside task scheduler, and we'll now use that Windows service method, and we'll do the same procedure and see whether the agent comes up or not. Okay, here what we'll do, we'll go to task manager. Sorry, we'll go to task scheduler. Okay, under library section, this was the task that we have scheduled. So we'll get it delete. Yes. So now there is no task scheduler, or sorry, we can say there is no scheduled task. Now we'll use a second method, that is a service way. So what we'll do here, we can go to Google. Here we can type Windows service wrapper script. Okay, and here this is the example, or this is a GitHub where we have to go. We need to go here, and here in the releases section we need to go here. This is the particular exe that we need. So what we'll do, we'll click on it. So this exe has been downloaded now. So we'll go to previous page. There we'll see the instruction. So instructions are here. Okay, so that is getting downloaded. Now we'll go in our directory which was C drive, and in the Jenkins we have these things. So we'll go to download section, we'll copy it, okay, and we'll place it in the same directory. So here we'll rename it, okay, so we'll rename it with the name my app. This is done. We'll go to the same page again. So here we need to create one XML file, myapp.xml. So we'll copy this code, copy, okay, and then we'll go to the same directory. Here we'll do for new, and then we'll create a text document, control V, sorry, control Z. So we'll open it, and here we'll place that content. Oh sorry, looks like something got not correctly copied. We'll delete it. Okay, let's delete this also. We'll click again a notepad, and here let it be like this. Open it, go to your link, and here copy it, copy it, and then paste it here. Paste. Yeah, now fine. So here we can change any name if you want, like Jenkins, any name you can place here, so that we can identify under service that it is the same name, and ID and name both we can change here. Copy it, change it here, and then everything is okay. We just need to change the argument here. So we'll use the same command. So what we'll do, we'll go in this section, and here this is as of now connected, so we can disconnect it. Yes, okay, now the connection is broken, so we can use this command, complete command. This time we need to take this work directory also, and here we'll place it like this. So this is done, and we'll save it with the help of the same name. We'll place my app dot xml, and we can select it as all files and save it. So now we can cross it, and we can check whether that, yes, you can see that xml file is now here. So our both exe as well as xml is there. So now our agent is down, we can see, and what we'll do, we'll open the command prompt, okay, and this command prompt will go to Jenkins directory, okay, and in this directory we'll do the same command that is there on our portal. So it is saying that we need to use myapp.exe and then install. And second thing, you need to remember that both the files should be adjacent. The third step is saying the same, that place those files side by side. So both files are side by side. Now we can use myapp.exe, myapp.exe, and then install. So now you can see that this has been installed as a service now. Now what we can see, we can start this service. So it is taking some time. So here the second command was a start. So now you can see starting service this, and now we can check the status. So it is saying that service has been started. We can go to service section. And here, if we'll click on J, so now you are seeing that Jenkins Windows slave has been running, and automatically it has startup. And if we'll go to Jenkins master, so now you are seeing that this slave is automatically getting up and it is connected. So this was the second way by which we can auto start this particular service. And now what we can do, as this is done, so what we can do, we can stop this machine and can see whether this is getting up by self or not. So let's stop this virtual machine. So it will take some time, so give it some time. So guys, this video is actually a very advanced concept of Jenkins, because that Linux slave is also one of the advanced topic, but in case of Windows we find so much challenges, because this piece we need to enable, because every time whenever that machine got rebooted after patches, then slave should comes up by self. We don't need to run any command. So these are the two strategies. So if the second strategy is not allowed in some project because it is some of the GitHub repository related stuff, so that task scheduler stuff we can use, because that is a Windows feature and nobody can ask you that why you have scheduled that or not, because that's a Windows feature and we can use it as it is. So here, now if we'll refresh it, then you can see that this is down. Now if we'll start this machine, so this agent should come up by self. We should not need to do any kind of intervention, or we should not need to get logged into the machine first then run the command. It should get up by self. So now we can see that this virtual machine is up. So let's see. So it is still down, so that Windows do some kinds of, some kinds of steps are getting performed once it get up. So let's wait for some time. It should get up by self. So let's go here. This is started now. So here we need to wait. So now you can see that this is also up now. So these were two ways by which we can make this Windows as a slave agent. So guys, I hope you liked this video, and if you liked it, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video.